Hello and welcome to my book review of Beating Ruby by Camilla Monk. This is the sequel to the first book in this series called Spotless, and I think it's just called the Spotless series, and this is a sequel and it came out on January 26th and I really enjoyed it. This is going to be a spoiler-free review for this book, but there might be some spoilers for the first book. So if you haven't checked out the first book, please go check out my review of it, read the first book, come back, watch this review, and then read the second book. And yeah, because it's great and you should read it. But if you haven't read the first book, come back later when you've read the first book. I was sent this book for free by the author in exchange for an honest review, and I'm so happy that she sent this to me because I loved her first book and she signed this for me. Look at it. And put in a little picture, and I really enjoy it, and thank you so much, Camilla, for sending this to me. Beating Ruby picks up 6 months after Spotless ended, and let's just say Island is not like the happiest person in the world. She's got a boyfriend called Alex and he seems like a very nice guy, but she still thinks of March a whole lot and how he just left her without a note or anything. In the first chapter, and this is not a spoiler because it's kind of what sets the whole plot into motion, Island's boss is found dead and the police investigates it as a suicide, and Island is not convinced, to say the least. So she tries to figure out what happened, and Beating Ruby is this system that should protect or attack things that they've been trying to work on, and it's been used, and I don't remember how much money, but it was like billions of money that has been stolen from several bank accounts, like secret bank accounts, so no one can publicly say that they've been robbed, but a lot of money is missing. And March returns and kinda has to help figure out what's going on, and also Island has to help as well because this is all connected back to someone or something. And this is just kinda how the whole plot sets into motion, and Island's boyfriend is along with them, and it just gets kind of awkward kind of fast. The characters I really enjoyed. As the last book, I really enjoyed Island and March. I think they're perfect in their own weird way because they are flawed characters, so it makes them seem like real people, and that's something I really enjoy. I hate when characters are written and they don't do anything that's just kind of wrong or it takes weird decisions, but these people do. I really didn't like Alex that much. In the beginning I thought that he was a nice guy and that it was like kind of okay for Island to date him if she really liked him, but I still ship Island and March, so I kind of just wanted him to quietly go away, but he didn't, and yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that because the book is written. But I didn't really like him, and I don't want to say why because it's kind of a spoiler. I really liked the plot of this and how it kind of wrapped up, but not exactly at the end, and I really think that Camilla did a great job with this. One of the reasons that this didn't get 5 stars is Alex, because he kind of just... I got pissed off by him, let's just say that. Another thing that wasn't quite what I expected was the humor. The first book had a lot of humor and several times when I laughed out loud, but this didn't really have that. It was still very sarcastic, which I really appreciate, but there wasn't as many funny moments. The humor in this and the first book is primarily sarcasm based, which I love, but I didn't feel like it had a lot of it. And I kind of missed that, but also it was a great story. There was a lot of action, but it didn't drag, even though at some points not a lot of things happened, because I realized at some point that I read like 100 pages and there wasn't barely a couple of hours that had gone by, but it didn't feel like it dragged because she just writes in this very... I don't know what to call it, but it's just very gripping and you want to read on. Besides that, this is kind of a weird book, and this is definitely not for everyone because there are, I don't know how to say it, weird things in this that I don't want to spoil you for because it's just kind of fun when you read about it and kind of get to know about it by yourself. If you like weird things, sarcasm-based humor, and weird people with weird flaws, then this is definitely for you, and I can't wait to read the third book. I think it's called Crystal Whisperer, but I'm not sure when it's gonna be out, but I'm looking so much forward to it. And thank you again, Camilla, for sending this to me. I really enjoyed it and I highly recommend it. So that was my book review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.